Hi, and welcome to Kind Humans. I'm your host, Shelby Sturgill, and today we're going to be talking with Kira Clayton and Tim L. Creekmore, and we'll see you all after this break.
Now, how should we set this scene? Maybe it should be outside? Maybe not. Let's try a car. Kinda cramped. How about a stairwell? That works. Now for music. Too silly. Perfect. Now for dialogue.
Hi, welcome back to Kind Humans, and we are going to be talking with Kira Clayton. How are you today?
I am good.
All right, so what made you want to attend Morehead State University?
It actually wasn't my initial plan to attend Morehead State University. I wanted to go out of state to Tennessee, but my junior year of high school, I had a very whirlwind change of plans, and I had to move, and I ended up graduating a year early, and I just started to look for more local schools, and I found Morehead.
And what made you want to be a CVM major? What drew you to this major?
So I actually wanted to go to a Christian school and major in missionary. So Convergent Media was very opposite of what I wanted to do. But I looked at all the majors in Morehead, and it really just interested me, and it just really was fascinating how broad this major is. And I really liked that I could just do so many things. I could learn how to write, I could learn how to edit, and I could also learn how to work with people, which was very important to me.
All right, and what do you want to do with your degree?
Like I said, I really want to work with people. So because I didn't get to do the missionary work, I would like to incorporate this aspect into maybe doing something for a nonprofit or for the government. Maybe building websites or editing work or maybe graphic design, like I said. This major just lets me have a lot of opportunities, and I'm really grateful for that.
And what has been your favorite part about this major so far?
Honestly, I really like how many people I've met, and I really like just how many classes I get to take. Like, at first I had a lot of online classes during COVID, and I hated that. And after, I kind of got the hang of scheduling and stuff like that, I got to meet some amazing people, and they've really, really helped me just be the person I really want to be.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and letting me talk to you. And we'll see you all after this break.
Emotional support animals are small household animals such as a cat, dog, rabbit, and others that provide support to alleviate symptoms of a person's disability. So, what should you do if you think you need an ESA? You will need to complete the ESA request form for students, ask your health provider to complete the ESA form for providers, and then submit those forms to the Disability Services Coordinator for consideration. For more information about ESAs, visit Disability Services located in Ada.
Have a package or need stamps? No need to drive across town when you can stay on campus. The University Post Office is your one stop for all of your mailing needs. Located inside ADUC beside the Eagle Card office, we are here for the convenience of you. Purchase stamps or money orders, ship out packages, and so much more. Please visit our website for more info. The University Post Office is open from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Come see us today.
Hi, welcome back to Kind Humans. This week, our segment producer Hannah Bartley interviewed Aspen Hester, the treasurer of Alliance. Take a look.
Hi, and welcome to Kind Humans, and this is my segment, and I am with Aspen Hester, and they are the treasurer of Alliance. So tell me, what is Alliance exactly?
Alliance is the LGBT support group and advocacy club on campus. We meet every Thursdays at 5:30 in Breck 325.
So why did you join Alliance?
I was asked to by our president. She was recruiting people to be on the e-board, which is made up of 4 people. And she asked people that she knew were active within the LGBT community on campus and outside of campus to get perspectives from all over.
What are some events that Alliance has done this semester?
We have had a meeting where we made pronoun bracelets. We had letter beads and different kinds of string, and everyone can make their own. We have had a drag show event outside of the club. We have helped out with Rocky Horror, the screening of it that we did back in over Halloween times.
Yeah.
We have done different activities with an AIDS quilt, making each person made a different patch, and we made it into a rectangle. We've done paint by numbers as a group, just various creative things, and like historical presentations.
Do you know what events that you guys are planning to do like next semester?
We don't have much planned next semester. We do plan to hopefully do another drag show, but we'll get there when we get there.
That's true. So what is your goal for these events that you guys have? Or is it just to bring people in socially, or do you have like a way to have people understand better about the LGBT community?
Both. We want to create like a good social group of people who support LGBT plus community or people who are within it. We want to create just like a good space where people can feel safe and free to be themselves, but we also want to teach each other about various issues within the community, about just what's in the community. So we want to be an advocacy group, but also a community.
I'm pretty sure I remember Spectrum.
Yeah.
Why has Spectrum now kind of been replaced by Alliance?
Well, Spectrum was run mostly by upperclassmen during COVID, or well, during the year before COVID, the 2019-2020 semesters. And then they graduated within the time COVID hit, so it kind of just fizzled out, and there were also a few issues with like faculty advising. But we did not have an LGBT club during COVID because we didn't want to risk outing anyone via like video chat meetings or Zoom stuff. So we just chose to not hold any kind of meeting. And then by the time we came back for school last year, there wasn't anyone to run the club because everyone who was running it had graduated and didn't have a way to appoint anyone else to like come in since no one was on campus. So this year we just restarted it with Alliance, and we just renamed it for reasons to let it know that it's a bit different, but not in a bad way.
So you brought up not wanting to out people, so how have you like avoided doing that?
Well, we keep our Instagram account on private so that no one can like stalk around and see. We also have a Facebook group that is also private. I'm not very much on Facebook, so I don't know exactly how that works. But we also have a Vegas rule in our meetings that what happens here stays here.
Right.
So we make sure each of our members know that they're not supposed to go out and be like, oh, well, I saw this person at the meeting, or like, oh, this person said this at the meeting. And if they do, there will be like consequences, and we'll be upset, and we'll talk with them about it. And, but yeah, we do a lot to try and make sure that anyone who is within the closet for whatever reason can stay there, but still come to our meetings if they want.
Okay. Why did you become the treasurer of Alliance?
Well, I am the best with the money. I am the best. I'm the best one of us doing the math.
Okay.
So basically, I just keep the receipts. I keep everything in track. So.
Why do you recommend becoming a part of Alliance?
It's a really good community. It's very welcoming. It's very open. We have a lot of fun at our meetings, and we've definitely watched people kind of come out of their shells and grow, both in like socially and in their own identities. since the beginning of the semester until now. So it's a very good place to grow and become fully yourself if you want to join.
Do you feel like Alliance has been a safe place for people in the LGBTQ?
Yes, I think we really have created a good safe place because, like I said, we keep what happens there stays there. So it is a good place for anyone who wants to stay where they are. But we also do our best to bring advocacy and support and community to everywhere on campus, not just in ADUC 325 on Thursdays.
Right.
We'll do various things. We try to sometimes chalk the sidewalks if we're allowed. We have posters up, and we just try to create a general good community all throughout campus.
What made you want to be part of Alliance originally?
Well, I was originally in Spectrum, so when that fizzled out, I was kind of sad about it. It wasn't anyone's fault. There wasn't anyone to be upset about. But I was a very active member in Spectrum. I wasn't on the e-board at all, but I was in every meeting. So I knew if it started up again, I would attend meetings, but I ended up becoming an e-board member rather than just attending meetings.
What is the best way to start going to Alliance meetings and events?
Just show up. You really can just come whenever you want. 5:30s on Thursdays. There's really no way to technically join Alliance unless you show up once, and I guess you technically join.
Right.
We don't really have the ability to do too much outside of our meeting times, but yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Aspen, and thank you guys for watching. And this is my last segment, so I'll see you.
Thank you, Hannah, so much for that wonderful segment, and we'll see you all after this break.
Eagles always soar high, but you might be feeling low if your Eagle card gets damaged or lost. Stop by the Eagle Card office today to get your replacement. Our office is located in ADUC by the University Post Office for your convenience. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The Eagle Card office is here to help you soar again. Stop by and see us today.
Hi, welcome back to Kind Humans. Today we're going to be talking with Tim L. Creekmore. How are you, Tim?
I'm great. How are you, Shelby?
I'm doing good. All right, so how long have you worked at Morehead State?
Oh, I came here in August of 1995, so doing math, which is hard for media people sometimes. It's around 27 years.
Do you feel old?
I was born in the 60s, so around you all, yes, I feel like. Well, how old's your dad?
My dad is 64.
Oh, well, I don't feel that old, but I do feel like most of the people I work with, I'm around their parents' age. So take it for what it is. Do I feel old? I feel like I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'll just say that.
All right. And what made you teach here? What made you want to teach here?
Well, I was a product of Morehead State. I finished my bachelor's here in what was called radio television way back in the day, and then went on to grad school here. I was offered a graduate assistantship to work in the MSU TV of the 90s, the early 90s. It was very different back then, but it was a hoot. I really, really loved it. And I had also, in the summer after I finished my bachelor's, I had a wonderful opportunity to teach with the Upward Bound program. And I discovered how much I really liked teaching students about this. It was this whole production, studio work, audio, video is a real passion of mine. Telling stories is a real passion. And then when I found young students that were interested, I was excited to find another passion. And so I didn't think I was going to be in education. until I worked with these Upward Bound kids. I went back to graduate school and started working with undergraduates and discovered I liked working with undergraduates in college even better because, well, you all are mostly adults and a lot of that teenage drama is left in high school. I love the school. I love being here in Eastern Kentucky, and I really love production and storytelling, and that's why. I tell people I'm the luckiest boy in the whole wide world because I've got the best job there is. I can't imagine doing anything else, actually.
All right. With the pandemic, how has it been producing and creating shows for MSU TV?
Okay, that's been a challenge. A lot of people don't want to get sick, so they don't want to be around other people. And this is a program of group work, of face-to-face interaction, and it took a big hit. Now, there's only so much you can teach about working in a studio, in particular, online. So our numbers went down a little bit, and it's understandable. So we had other challenges. We tried to find ways to do things virtually. What we tried to do was get more work done with less people. And in a way, it was really good because we would have at any given time, the amount of undergraduates working here for MSU TV could be upwards of about 60 people. Before the pandemic, we were always at around 55 or so, between the freshmen all the way through the seniors. And then we immediately went down into the low 30s, just like that. And so it got to where we had more of an intimate interaction in small groups. People started to have more responsibility with less people. And in one way, it really did strengthen our program. And the people that stuck with it, that stayed here, that continued to come face-to-face, I think really got a whole new side of producing and directing and editing that they wouldn't have gotten if they're part of a bigger program. So we persevered, we made it through, and we've worn these horrible things for 1.5 years now. I'm so looking forward to when we can burn them all.
Me too.
Yes.
News Center is the longest running show on MSU TV. How has the pandemic taken a toll on the show?
Well, like I said before, when our numbers went down, that hurt because we need students to create the content for this news program. So the number one way I realized what the impact it had was our number of producers. And it affected all of the media organizations, not just in academics, not just with the Trailblazer, our student multimedia online newspaper, and with MSU TV and with News Center, but all of the media outlets, all the newspapers and television stations in probably the whole country, but definitely in this region. So with smaller amounts of reporters, they just have to do more work. Probably the biggest impact is News Center for the first time went to no longer trying to hit that half-hour deadline, because I realized, for example, if we have a semester with only 3 reporters, we can't really fill 30 minutes worth of programming. So for the very first time, since I've been the advisor of News Center since 1996, when the pandemic started to be an issue with the day-to-day work of MSU TV and News Center, we decided we wanted to maintain good quality content, and so now we don't target the 30 minutes. We will be getting back up to that as soon as our numbers get back up when they release a lot of these COVID-19 health policies.
And usually News Center was a live show.
Right.
So how has that affected? You can't really do live shows anymore because of that.
And that's very interesting you said that, because we had a big milestone and didn't tell you all. This is
So this is news.
This is news. You heard it here first. Last week, for the very first time in MSU TV News Center history, not only were we live, but we streamed out live for the whole entire world. We actually used the Twitch platform, so it was free, but we had some students that were very, very instrumental in making this happen. We had Willard and Maya and Albie all worked really hard with us to make that happen, and it was a huge success. Not a lot of people knew about it yet because it was our pilot time, but for the very first time we were beyond MSU TV Channel 85 on campus, or beyond having to take our programs and upload them onto the MSU TV website every Friday. Now we're able to be live every Thursday at 5 for the whole world. And you gotta say it like this: world, world, world. So now we're gonna start the advertising process. We're having some posters made up next week. We're gonna start finding other ways in our social media areas to have our students really put the word out there that, yeah, we're not only back live, but we are back live and bigger than ever before in the history of MSU TV. So
Internationally.
we are an international force to be reckoned with. All the Morehead State University local news, weather, and sports right here, MSUTV.net and on Twitch. So you'll have to watch our program, go to our website to find out how to get to us. But we are MSU TV 77 currently. We might change that to something else, but that's where we are right now.
All right, and last semester the university had a socially distancing, but now that has been lifted, has that relieved any stress when it comes to filming?
Yes, a lot of the stress that comes with recording in our studio environment, it's so much better now. We still use our masks. We still clean all of our equipment. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. But now we can, for example, in our control room that you can't see behind the camera, behind the magic curtain, there's a whole room full of people. And when we put on, for example, a program like News Center, it takes really about 17, 18 people to put on that program. You don't see it. You only see our 4 anchors, but we've got 3 camera operators, a person running teleprompter, a floor director, a person running as the audio engineer. We've got a person working as an assistant director. We've got 2 producers, a director, a person running the switcher, a person doing video playback and recording, a person running graphics. We've got a still store with weather information. A lot of folks. And when we couldn't put more than 5 in a room, we had to disperse things around. We had to reduce the number of anchors. We had a floor crew of 2. We would have no more than 4 or 5 people in the control room, and people spread out into our observation room wearing headsets and distancing. So now we can be really close so that we can all yell at each other from a striking distance. So that helps a lot.
All right.
I was just completely kidding about that. It's all good fun here at Morehead State University Television.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and letting
It's
me
my
talk
pleasure.
to you, Tim.
I love talking about this. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. We'll see you all next week. Well, not next week. This is our last show. Our last show.
Next semester? Are we coming back next semester? Are you going to do it again?
We'll see next semester. We'll
Okay.
see you all maybe next semester. Bye-bye.